We begin a new parak, Hamafkit, it's the third parak above Kama. Daf Lamed Gimel and Beis. Today's daf is Daf Lamed Daled. We're going to begin Lamed Gimel and Beis. Hamafkit Tzchavidu Behema Kelim. If somebody deposits an animal or Kelim with another, and he is a Shemer Chinam, an unpaid Shemer, and Venignuvu Oisha Ovdu, they were stolen or they were lost. Now, Shilam Lerat Lishava, the Shemer paid the owner of the value of the Pikadon, and he did not wish to take a shua. The shua is that he did not misappropriate the item, that he was not negligent in safeguarding. That will affect who keeps the deposit if found or returned. Shadei Amru. Now, the Shemer may also choose to take a shua, because the Chacham said, Shemer Chinam Nishba V'yetza. Shemer Chinam takes an oath, and he is thereby released from the ability to pay the owner. If the thief is later found, Mishalim Tashlumi Kefil, the Ganav pays the double payment. If the Pikadon item was a sheep or an ox and the Ganav slaughtered or sold it, Mishalim Tashlumi Bava Chamisha, he has to pay fourfold or fivefold. Now, the Mishalim, who does he pay? The Misha Pikadon Etzle, he gives payment to the one who had the deposit in his possession when it was stolen. When the Shemer paid the owner for the stolen item, the owner granted the rights to the item of the Shemer. Therefore, the Shemer is entitled to any payment the thief presents for the item, be it a compensation for the item value or a fine. If in the case of the Shemer took an oath and did not wish to pay, if the Ganav is then found, the Ganav is then found and required to pay the double payment. He pays 4 or 5 times. To the owner of the deposit. Asks the Gemara, why does the Mishnah teach the case of one who deposits an animal? Why does the Mishnah teach the case of one who deposits a vessel? So the Gemara says, if it were only say a behema, I would say behema with the makam like fela. So only with regards to the animal that the owner agrees to transfer rights to the double payment to the Shemer when the Shemer pays for the stolen item. Due to the fact that the exertion required to tend to the animal to bring the animal in and take it out is great. It's not very difficult to take out Kalim. I would say it is not giving kefil. Therefore, I said Kalim, I would say Kalim would the makam like fail. Dafka Kalim, he gives kefil, we should go enough for shkaflayo. Due to the fact that, in their case, is not substantial, as that is the maximum payment that he could receive. But in the case of the animal where the Ganav slaughtered or sold it, he pays 4 times. I would say he's not makam like kefil. Maskul Rabbi Racham asks a question: a person can have a makna which doesn't come into the world. This is a good date palm which are likely to come in. But here, where the transfer of rights to the payment is part of the initial agreement between the owner and the Shemer, taking effect when the Pikadon is given, who would say that the deposit will be stolen? And even if you want to say it will be stolen, the Ganav, who says that the Ganav will be found? Ganav, and even if the Ganav is found, the Mishalim, who said he'll pay, then may do mitzvah. Perhaps to confess will be exempt from kefil. Rabbi answers Nasik, it's as though that the owner said to the Shemer at the time that he gave the deposit, when it will be stolen and you wish to refrain from taking an oath, and you will pay me instead. Ownership of my cow is hereby transferred to you from this time. And the cow is an entity that already came into the world. Since ownership of the cow is retroactively transferred to the Shemer from the time of the deposits, any profits generated by the cow, the double payment belongs to the Shemer. Maskul Rabbi asks him, so I feel like they sell while they sell Nami. So then even in the fleece and the offsprings of the animal that grew while it was the Shemer's possession should be the property of the Shemer. Alam Tanya Chus Migis while they sell. What does the Brisa say except for the fleece and the offsprings? Rabbi says, Since the owner said to the shemer, chutz migizei all they said except for the fleece and his offspring. My postka. Now, why was Allah stated in the Mishnah without qualification? Does every owner necessarily have the condition in mind? So my answer is the Bill says shvachad asamam. Typically, profit that comes from elsewhere, the kefil from a thief, over the ishtamakne, person is up to transfer to the shemer. Shvachad megufa, or profit that originates from the body of the animal, over the ishtamakne, person is not up to transfer to the shemer. Other people say, Amar Rabbi says, Nasa came related as though the owner said to the shemer at the time of the deposit, when it will be stolen, you will wish to refrain from taking an oath. Will be transferred to immediately before the theft. My binai, what's the difference? Or Yinami, the Kaima Bagam, or if the animal was standing in a marsh at the time of the theft, since the animal was not on the shemer's property at the time, you cannot acquire it. The Mishnah said, Shilam l'rafsa l'shalab, Amar Abchiyam Rabba, Michal l'shilam shilam mamish, doesn't mean that he doesn't want to pay. I'm sorry, when it says Shilam, it doesn't mean pay mamish. Even if he didn't pay. One of the reasons the objection from that which we learned tonight, we learned in the Mishnah, if the shemer paid the owner and did not wish to take a shua, the thief pays the gotta pays the kefil payment to the shemer. So the Gemara says, if he paid yes, he acquired the rights to the shemer. If he did not, not. If he took a shua and doesn't want to pay, so the worst is that no, you can't learn from it. Yes, one who rents a calf from another, and a stolen and the other party, the renter, said, I hereby choose to pay and I will not take a shua. Then you tell it. Shoulders to be given for the safer, you pay the double to the renter. Once the renter chooses to pay, he requires the rights to double payment. Or a proper officer is in the case of a shemer, once he says I was negligent, so now he's rendering himself chayav to pay to compensate the owner. The owner transfers rights to the double payments to him. If the shemer wishes, he can exempt himself from the liability with the claim of Geneva. Once he says if he wishes, the shemer wishes, he can exempt himself from the liability with the claim that the animal was either a shvur or mesa. If a borrower says, I hereby choose to pay, the owner does not transfer the rights of the double payment. With what claim would the borrower be able to exempt himself from the payment? It's only with the claim that the animal died due to the malacha. Is not common. Other people say when a public says, once he stated, I hereby choose to pay, he could say that he exempts himself from liability with the claim that the animal died to the malacha. Since the entire benefit occurs to the borrower as he enjoys the use of the item without payment, the owner does not transfer the rights for the double payment to the borrower due to the statement that he chooses to pay. One who borrows a cow from another and it was stolen, and the borrower went ahead and paid, and he found that he pays double payment to the borrower. So versus Lishna Kalera Papa Vadalev Tifta, Lishna Masalame Tifta, Harapapa, Mialim Rasisan, I should have given a Vamra, and I'm a Vamra, it says. Mitami Fedin Monasale, Ktani Kidam here, it doesn't say that he went ahead and paid Acha Ktani Kidam. My Kidam, I said Kidam Vamra, he went ahead and said. So I asked him, Ktani Gavasika Vamra, Gavashel, Kidam Shaman Daf Ktani. So Mar says immediately they didn't teach together. Mar says Shalin Latana the bit of Chia the bit of Aisha. The Chacham asked the Tanana of the school of Chia of Aisha. Amri Gabi Hadad Tanana was taught together. Mar says Pshita Omar Ini Mishal Machazav Omar Ini Mishal. If a guy says I will not pay, and then he says I hereby choose to pay rather than take a shua, he's entitled to double payment. Because he's saying I choose to pay. Where it asks Ella or Ini Mishal, but if he said I hereby choose to pay, and then he said Ini Mishal I will not pay. What's the halacha? Mi amrin mahadr kum mahadr be. Do we see that he's retracting his intention to pay, and therefore he has no right to double payment? Or perhaps or perhaps he stands committed to his initial statement and he's rather postponing payment to a later date, in which case he maintains right to the double payment. If he says I hereby choose to pay and then he died before paying, his son said Ein anu mishal, we're not going to pay him. What's the question? Do we say that they were retracting their father's decision to pay? I do more. They say, perhaps they said that they're committed to fulfilling their father's statement, and they're just postponing payment to a later date when they will be able to pay. Asks the Shaila, if the father died before he declared his willingness to pay, Shumal Baram and the sons paid, what's the halacha? This is duchalei. Can the owner say, when I transfer rights to the double payment, I transfer them to your father, who pleased me, but to you, I did not transfer the rights? I do, but there's no difference. What's the halacha? If the owner or the deposit died and the shemer paid payment to the owner's sons, what's the halacha? The son says to the shemer, my father transferred rights to the double payment to you is because you pleased him. But as far as we're concerned, you did not please us. For borrowed 2 cows and they were stolen. Where does this take? Even if the shaman declares his intention to pay the pikat and the base and administers his oath, it's not as rishus, right? Perhaps he had the taiva to take it. He wants it. Basically, as the shalom malos covered on mashkin, if a person lends money to another on the basis of a collateral above the mashkin, the guy loses the mashkin. Normally, to sell the sichalav shekel yeshava, and the guy and the creditor says to the lender, I loaned you to sell on the basis of your collateral. The collateral is worth a shekel. And therefore you only shekel. The other says no, it's over kiliki the selling the son of Salah Yeshua Pater. So he's Pater. In that case the guy is Pater for payment. Selling the sicha love. If the creditor claimed I loaned you a sell on the basis of that collateral, shekel Yeshua, it was worth a shekel. Lemon says like Allah selling the sini love, it's rather you loan me a sell on the basis of that collateral, especially the normal Yeshua is chayv. Selling the sini love, if the Levi said you loan me a sell on the basis of the collateral, and the collateral was worth 2 salah. Shleimer Shavala, he says, "Look at the Selvi B'Sichalav that was worth salah Yeshavas Potter. Selvi B'Sani Alav, you loan me a salah on the basis of the collateral, and the collateral was worth Shleimer Shavala. No, look at the Selvi B'Sichalav. Commissioner Yeshavas, so that is going to be chayv. Which includes me and Yeshua, who takes the oath. Misha B'Katanat, so the one who possesses the deposit was located. And so this Charlie Yeshavas, that you tell us, unless the party take the oath, and the other party, the creditor produces the deposit and proves the oath false. To which case is the Mishnah referring to? Either myself, it's going to say, if we take away the shul gabi maldihi, if we say, so derive this, that the obligation to take an oath is coming up on the creditor due to the fact that he missed part of the claim that come with the mixes tainais, being away the mixes of Amr Shmuel Adesha. Ayadesha, a safe Adesha, so the Sani Allah, Shekel Yeshava, Allah, Malaki, Allah, Sabu, the Sani Allah, Sheshin, Amr Yeshava. Now the aim, but if once the creditor takes the oath that the collateral is not in the possession, how can they produce it after? So whatever there are witnesses the collateral was burnt. Where will he bring it? Those burnt. The Let him go bring it. So Rabbi Mishnah Mal the other to come on granted, the concern the creditor will recover the stolen collateral. He knows whether there's an exit to the house. Well, later me other my Ayel Barafi based in the Mal, he doesn't know who's going to the house of the Malva.